Hey everybody, it's New York Dan. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, in New York, it's heating up out here. It's starting to heat up. So, yeah, I hope you guys are having a good one because guess what? I have a big problem. Man, when you're a YouTuber and you're doing controversial stuff, right? You could have sabotage happen. And that's what I think could be behind this. Apparently, I've been talking about repairing the Benz. I need to get the AC working and stuff. I went out to it to start busting on this stuff. And by the rear tire, there's a puddle. Yeah. Now, what's back there? I'm thinking it might be a brake line. Someone may have cut the brake line on me. You believe that? Maybe one of the stooges from a channel I offended. It's the risk you run. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what I will do. I am going to put a clip in of what's going on. I'm going to insert that into this video a little bit later in the video when I put my clips together. And when I get the car, when I jack this thing up and check this, I'm going to show you what I haven't had a chance to look under there. It's hot out. It's sunny out there. I got to get a flashlight. I got to investigate what's going on with this. Yeah. So hope you're having a better day than I am. So let's get to the Tim talk. There's a lot going on today. It's been a barrage today. It's been a barrage. And I've actually been doing some trading today too. I'm going to tell you guys about some crazy stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff written down here. Yeah, one of the things about the trades, guess what? Something happened with Elon Musk, with Tesla. You know what? You know how he was friends with Trump and Doge, the Doge father, Department of Government Efficiency? Yeah, well, they got into a bit of a tiff. And because of that, Tesla stock took a dump. It dropped down like $38 a share just today. What is going on, huh? Now, there's something in breaking news was that Trump called Elon Musk crazy. He said he's going crazy. Yeah, and Trump threatened to pull government contracts with his companies. You believe that? How did they do it? They were the best of friends. A few days ago, he handed Elon the keys to the White House. Very strange times, guys. However, you know me, I do the stock trades, right? There's an old saying, when there's blood on the streets, that's the time to buy. What do you guys think? Is Tesla a buy? I've seen it do this stuff before where it's way down and then it will bounce back like the next day. It will go right back up. I think that's kind of my plan. I traded in, I bought in on it a little bit. Let's see how it goes. And then if it drops more, I'll add in. It's called dollar cost average. I'll buy some more. Yeah, because if you think about it, it's kind of silly that the stock would drop that much just over some meaningless tiffs and contracts with Elon's other companies. The government doesn't do contracts with Tesla. Not really. They're talking about like space. Is it SpaceX? Is that what he does? Or is that Bezos's? No, I think it is SpaceX. Stuff like that. It's nothing to do with Tesla. So it's all talk. So it's really silly that the stock falls that much over some kind of little spat like this. I'm thinking it's a buy. And I'm also holding my Coke, symbol KO. That should come up. That's big bond funds and stuff are buying in. That's like held by like pension funds. Those are the two things two things going on right now. My subscriber Joe, he puts out tips too. He's big on those option trades, like little bets on what stocks are gonna do. But it's a little risky, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Little risky game here to play. It ain't that easy. Well, my dad had a saying. He has a saying that he says, if it's that easy, everyone would be doing it. Yeah, things aren't always that easy. One time we heard an infomercial came on the radio and they were like, oh, you could work from home doing this and you'll make all this money. You'll make so much money a week. And my dad was like, that's far-fetched. A lot of people don't make that go into a full-time job. Yeah, and he said, if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. Yup. So, yeah, hey, the Tim Talk, we had a little fun this morning. I posted a collaboration video. I saw a short, one of those YouTube short videos. Yeah, I got a section of my channel. You may not even know about this, but there's a section called Shorts, and you're allowed to like put music. It's more like kind of a TikTok thing or a Facebook Reels where you could flip through. Yeah, so I put a couple up today. Part of them show the Hard Rock. They have a link to my Hard Rock casino videos because I was right on the money, guys. I called it. I did better than Dinger's prediction. I said he'd be going to the Hard Rock to show you guys. That's why I put those up today. But then this came up on my feed. Apparently it's a big channel. They have like almost 200,000 subscribers. Imagine that. Tim would love that. It's about Florida slums, and they did a feature, a short on Bradenton area where I went. So I was like, let's see if I can do a collaboration with this guy that made those videos up. So a lot of his stuff may be clickbait, to be fair. I don't know if they're really that bad in Florida. If you look on my videos, I even went to a notorious place by Lake Okeechobee. What? Now I'm having a brain freeze. Pahokee. Pahokee, Florida. A lot of people have ranked on that. And I went there. It looked pretty nice, actually. Yeah, is it a urban area where you got a lot of vibrant business stuff? No, not at all. It's very desolate. There's not much activity there. Yes, do they have like some trailers in the area, trailer parks? Yes. That's how you live low budget. Some of the houses or the structures are kind of run down. It's country. There's nothing around. But is it really a bad area? It didn't look that bad. Probably if you live there, you might like it. You know what the downside to that area is. If you need to get you want to go to like a place like Publix to get like groceries, like you want to go to places that are fancy to shop at, there's nothing around. You got to drive a long way. Now, you could plan your trip out, and that's how you'd have to do it. Stock up, you can't go there every day like Tim does. Like if you want to go, there's no convenience. You don't go down the street to Walmart or Publix. Yeah, but if you like the country, not a bad area there. And Lake Okeechobee is pretty cool. Well, yeah, I don't know about the gator issue, though. You just got to be careful. I was going to say do kayaking. So, anyway, this video I put up under the shorts, a collaboration of Bradenton. And speaking of Bradenton, what's Tim up to these days? Well, he got rained out at the old Diplomat VIP, baby, the Diplomat Hotel. we still don't know why that walkway across the street to the parking garage is closed. He showed that again. It's kind of scary. Is it in danger of collapsing? So what he did, he drove. He got skunked, guys. Let's be real. He paid money. Whoever's paying, Grandma Warbucks and him, they got skunked. They made a reservation to enjoy that place. It's supposed to be a beach kind of thing. That's the problem with Lauderdale. You get windy weather, even if it's nice out. If it's too windy, you can't enjoy the beach. The waves get ridiculous. And the sand blows too. Or if it rains, you're washed out. And that's what happened to Tim. So what's he do? He went to Miami. He drove from the hotel. He didn't bother enjoying the room, stay there all day. Nope. He got in the car again. And he doesn't have a valet, so he's got to walk across the street, down flights of stairs, up flights of stairs. Got the CC rider to drive Grandma Warbucks over, I imagine, to do her steps. So they went to the Adventur Mall in Florida, in Miami, Florida. Yeah. Now, you see, I don't know about you guys, but if I have a hotel for double nights, you see, the full day you're there, the next day, I like to sleep in. I like to enjoy the room at the hotel. Yeah, I don't want to be jackassing it out of there to drive all the way over to Miami if I'm only at the hotel 2 nights. So, Grandma Warbucks was pulling those strings. Timmy boy, go fetch me my zing and my biscuit. And then, if you're good, we'll take a trip over to the mall and I'll let you film. Yeah, just don't film me. Adventur Mall. So, yeah, when they got over there, I get a kick out of this. This is ridiculousness. The guy that lives in Bradenton, in the trailer, he's critiquing the high-end mall shops. There was one that was called Creed. It sold Creed cologne and perfumes. I haven't tried these. I haven't smelled them. Tim claimed he used to use them back in the day. And apparently they're very high end. Hence the reason why I don't buy it. Because I really don't want to waste money on something like that. And really, how much different do these things really smell? Once you wear the cologne, you get used to it. You go nose blind. You don't even appreciate it. Creed, cologne, he's talking up about that. It's showing this high-end stuff. It's probably over $100 a bottle for like a little spritz of it. He's talking about designer stores in the mall too. Showing the ones Prada, different high-end stores in there. He showed a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. I think it's a Bentley that was on display in the mall. He showed over that. Then he went in the Tesla shop. He's showing high-end Teslas. And he's like, this is the one that makes the most sense that I would get. Yeah. Showing high-end Teslas. Like, he lives in a trailer, but he can afford, he's going to be high-end with all these exotic shops. Like, who's shopping at these stores? Come on, guys. Normal people are not buying this stuff. It's too damn expensive. And then, this takes the cake. He's looking at watch shops, and there's a high-end brand called Tag. If I don't butcher this is a tough one. Tag Heuer, I believe. And Tim is like, oh, those Tag Heuers, they're good watches. They're high-end, but probably Tiger Woods was endorsing them, but he probably wore a Rolex. He's like, Rolex is higher, is a more prestigious brand. I prefer the Rolex. This takes the cake, guys. I was walking by Tag Heuer at my store, at my mall, Roosevelt Field, where I went to that bar taco with Leslie. I still got a film over there. I didn't film it. I was just there doing errands, and I happened to be walking by the store, and the guys started talking with me. They like reel you in to look at the watch. They have a Panamera watch. A Panamera is a race from like South America through Mexico up to New York. Not New York, North America. And it's called the Pan American Highway. That's why it's called a Panamera. And they have a Porsche Panamera. I think they sponsored, or they were in the races. Whole bunch of, we were talking about it in the watch shop. Anyway, this Tag Heuer Panamera watch, it costs $23,000. I'm not going to buy it. It's ridiculousness. So Tim's like making it like, oh, that's cheap. I like the Rolex. Those cost more. 30,000, 40,000. Who knows? And I don't know if I don't think Tim got his Rolex at an official Rolex retailer. I can tell you that much. I just found that was funny, that how he's poo-pooing this stuff like he's some high-end billionaire. So, switching gears. Now, Tim, he went to the Hollywood Hard Rock. That's why I put those shorts up. Yep. He went where I stayed. He probably got the idea from me. I told him about the Hard Rock. I even invited him to come over, and I would get him a steak dinner there. Yeah, if he wanted to. His son lives in Fort Lauderdale, right near where Hollywood Hard Rock, a few minutes away. So he's like, now he remembered it, and he probably saw my videos there from before. I was just there in like the middle of March or beginning of April. Check the channel out if you haven't seen it. If you click on my face, you'll see all the video lists. You got to scroll back to that time frame. Oh, if you look at the shorts, there's links in there too. But yeah, you'll see my Bradenton videos. You'll see the Hard Rock. Just look through the channel's video list, and I also have playlists about the cruises. So yeah, Tim was trying to get a good view of the guitar from his hotel. He wanted to show the light show that they have. I got that. He couldn't get it because the weather was bad and they had it shut down. It wasn't working. I actually climbed up on the top roof of the parking garage at Hollywood Hard Rock, and I filmed it. And I asked security about how do I do this? Where do I get the view? The security guy was nice enough to tell me how to do it, the secret to it. He's like, this is where you're going to see the whole thing. Yep. So yeah, check that out if you haven't seen it yet. So Tim went through the casino, Hollywood Hard Rock. He was amazed how big it was. Yeah, I love that place. It's, in my opinion, one of the best casinos around. It's a really cool, just the complex even. It's so beautiful there. So he walked through the casino. He was showing us a lot of machines and stuff like that. He claimed later on that he made $10 by playing at one of the machines. He played small. I think he was claiming he put a $20 bill in. He said he's not really a big casino player. We don't know. Okay? This from a guy that took a road trip across the country to stay at a casino. And he went back and did it a second time, maybe even a third time now. I can't even remember. He's been there several times. Yeah, he claimed, no, I'm not a big player. I'm not a big gambler. I just go to the casinos. And yeah, he was complaining at a Hollywood Hard Rock. Oh, he said there were some kids there too. Someone had like a newborn baby with him. He was cringing at that. And he was wondering what was going on. Well, it is kind of a resort hotel. They do have a pool area. They have restaurants. It's a nice complex, a nice venue to be at. However, I do agree with Tim. When I was there, I saw some of that too. And I'm wondering why you would bring, unfortunately, when you have like a newborn or something, you're going to be pinned down until that kid gets older. But the problem is, for something like that, yeah, Tim's right. He said there's a lot of cigarette smoke. It stunk in the casino. Yeah, everything. It's, you know how it is, a casino, guys. And you'll see dogs there too. It's apparently a dog-friendly complex. I kept seeing dogs when I was there, and I'm like, what is going on here? Am I going crazy? Is there a dog show? I was like, what the heck? I thought it was one of those service animals at first when I saw like one or two people with a dog. And then I stayed there for like 4 days. And like the next day, I'm seeing more dogs around, a whole bunch. I'm like, what the heck? I asked about it, and I'm like, what's going on? Is there a dog show? Because I could have filmed maybe, And they said, no, this is a dog-friendly complex. We allow people to bring their pets, their dogs at least. I don't think you can bring just any pet. Yeah, I saw when Tim was walking around, someone had a dog right next to them at the slot machine. I don't know if it's good for the dogs to be around all that smoke. Some of the area, I've gamed there. It's not terrible. Here's the catch. I'll give you an inside tip. You know me, I'm a bit of a night bird, right? I game there at night. Most of the time during the day, I'll do the pool, I'll be outdoors. That's when a lot of people are crammed in the casino, and that cigarette smoke, it's going to get thick in there. But you go there in the middle of the night, yeah, and you'll see on my videos I'm mentioning, I'm like, oh, it's 3 a.m. Wow, there's still people around. Yeah, well, less people equals less smoke, so it's not that bad if you're there in the middle of the night. You have enough ventilation, and there's less people around doing that. By the way, guys, if you smoke the cigars like Calpote, what is his thing? Podcast or whatever. If you look where those shops are, where Tim was walking around, that Hollywood Hard Rock, they have a cigar humidor where they sell premium cigars, not gas station ones. And it's got a secret entrance to a lounge in the back. Pretty cool stuff. I don't think Tim even knows about this. He didn't even see it. I put it in one of my videos. I filmed this. I was able to get in there, guys. There was a nice lady working at the shop. They have these like Brazilian ladies there and stuff. And I forget what I did. I went in there. I snuck in when she wasn't looking. She was probably in the humidor part with the cigars. And I happened to see, I was walking by it. I'm like, the door was open a little to the lounge. It's a mirrored door. It's like built in to a mirrored wall. I went in there quickly and I just opened the door and went right in. Yeah, usually I think they want you to buy a cigar there if you want to get into that lounge. I was able to sneak in and film it. It's in there. It's in one of those videos. But yeah, they have that there. Sorry, Calpote. They don't have the gas station cigars. I don't think they'll let you in the lounge if you show up with one of them things. But it's kind of a cool vibe there. You can pretend you're like in Cuba or something. And like the complex is beautiful there. Yeah. But that's my inside tip. You do gaming in the middle of the night. If you're a vampire like me, perhaps. Ha ha ha. No, I watch creature features on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely for free, guys. Can't beat it. Because I cut my cable. And they have these vampire flicks. There was like a medley of different films the other week I was watching. And one of them, this guy, he goes to this guy's place that he doesn't know for sure if the guy's really a vampire, but guy has like a fancy like gothic house or castle thing, and he's there meeting with him or having dinner, and the guy's staying in town a few days. He's the vampire guy, he's in one of those like old school suits, and he says, well, tomorrow when the sun comes out, you're gonna have to entertain yourself during the day. I've got some business to attend to. I'll see you when the sun goes down. That's if you see me in the video saying that crap, you know that's where I got it from. I'm like, you'll have to entertain yourself during the day. I'll say that to my friends now. I'll see you when the sun goes down. So anyway, that's the story of the Hollywood Hard Rock Casino Hotel. Now, that was a quick visit Tim had there. Now he is off. He mentioned in his latest video, and they'll probably be popping up at the same time as this. He's off to Jupiter, Florida. Now, here's something I'm going to throw out there. A speculation. Jupiter, Florida, it's right near the Port of Palm Beach. And that's where Margaritaville at Sea, that Bahama Paradise cruise. Yeah, I was talking about that on the video a day or two back. Sometimes you can do those almost for free if you play your cards right. They try to upsell you on more vacation stuff. But I'm being like Dinger here now. Maybe there might be a chance that Grandma Warbucks found the coupon for that cruise. And they're going to like attempt to go on it. Jimmy boy, we're going on another cruise adventure. I got me a coupon. Yeah, it's a 2-day cruise or 1-night cruise. I don't know how it works. 2-night cruise, I think, over to Freeport, Bahamas, and back to Port of Palm Beach. It just kind of drifts along. It's a fun time. It's not going to be the caliber, the food and stuff. It's not going to be quite as good as like, dare I say, Carnival has really good food. It's not going to be as good as them. But it's a quick cruise you can do for a good price. I've been on it. Yeah, I'll have to put video up sometime about it. Yeah, the Margaritaville at Sea, Jimmy Buffett, the late great Jimmy Buffett. They bought into his branding. That's what they did. It used to be called Bahama Paradise. Nice time. It'll be nice. But here's the thing. There's another possibility. And that is he's taking the route I-95 up to Jupiter because that's where he's going to get on the back roads that cut over to Bradenton, the back way, because he's too damn cheap to pay the toll on the Alligator Alley. Yeah, the Everglades, the highway that cuts over back to Sarasota. Too damn cheap. Funds are low. Funds are low. His funds are low. Ha! That's probably the more likely, plausible, from a scientific perspective, that's probably the more likely explanation. Oh, there's one other thing with cruising. Tony Lalito Loco on his channel, he mentioned there was a lady that was going on a Carnival cruise and she had a bad problem. She, I think, how many weeks? 11 weeks pregnant or something, and she had a miscarriage right before it was time to go on the cruise, and she was having a gripe that they didn't refund her money. Well, long story short, they did give her a future cruise credit because I guess she missed the cruise. Yeah, so you can't really ask for more than that. A future cruise credit. Carnival's a good company. They stepped up to the plate, in my opinion. Tony said she wanted her money back, but here's the deal. You sign a cruise contract when you sign up for these cruises. Yeah, they can also change your itinerary. You could end up going to a different place than you originally thought. You got to keep this in mind. If you're worried about missing your cruise because of like a medical problem, like what happened with that lady, she had a medical emergency, so to speak, you could get, and I highly recommend this on every cruise, There's travel insurance you can get. Allianz, I usually buy it from. Sometimes the cruise company offers it directly. Buy the travel insurance, because that way, you know what? It's worth buying. It's not expensive. It's not super expensive. It's like when I go, maybe 50 to 75 bucks, maybe 100 at the most. It's well worth it. I'll tell you why it's worth it to get it. Even if you don't use it, it's worth it to buy it. You know why? When you're on the cruise vacation, you're going to have what's called peace of mind, that you don't have to worry about stuff. Yeah, it's worth paying the money just for that. Because you're on vacation, you want to have fun. You're not on vacation to have a bad time or to stress, right? And that's the hard part right there, is keeping stress-free and enjoying life, right? That's the most challenging part of anyone's life, I would dare to say. And especially if you're on a vacation. Yeah, that's the goal right there. Keep your zen. Keep your zen. That's what it's about, guys. Enjoy it. Got to enjoy your life. Live your best life now. That's what someone had emailed Tim, or they had messaged him. Are you having any fun there at the Diplomat? And he's like, oh, you imagine they asked me that? I facetiously said, no fun. Huh. But yeah, you gotta try to have fun when you do traveling, vacation. That's what the goal is about, not to have stress. Like that guy Morgan Freeman says now on that Truby commercial. He says something at the end. I always get him muffed up. He's like something about, let's get busy living. Yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to get busy living here. After I got to get busy repairing all this crap. I got to see what the heck is going on. Let me just see. I think I covered the Tim talk. Yeah, I think I got everything covered here. We'll see, guys. We will see. So I'm going to put the clip in here of what I found by my car. I don't know, man. This is suspicious. I was driving this car. I've been actively driving it, and I haven't had any problem. I've been using the brakes. I've been parking in people's driveways. Haven't seen anything going on. Yeah, you're going to see. I'll put the clip right in here, and maybe if I have another clip. Well, this video, as usual, I'm running. I thought I was going to film like a 10-minute video here. I seriously don't know what happened. I'll put a clip of the birds too. Keep it short. Keep it short and simple. Hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. Yeah, and we'll see what happens with Tim. There's so much going on today. This is a crazy day. All kinds of things going on. Yeah, and I'm going to get out there. It's like in the 80s out there today in New York. It's Florida out there. I got to get to the bottom of this problem here. Yeah, I'll put it in here. Stay tuned, guys. It's going to be right here. Man, it's like one step forward, two steps back. I go out to work on my AC today. I just put this newspaper down to soak this up. I'm like, what, did it rain out here? I thought it was dry out last night. There's a big puddle of oil under my rear tire of this Benz. What the heck? I'm perplexed what that even is. I got to jack this thing up and take a look. I'm really baffled. You guys ever try Harbor Freight stuff? I got me this jack. The only downside is this jack weighs a ton. But it's a good one. You got this long handle. It's lifting it right up. This is the first time I'm using this jack. I had me another SUV jack, but this is hard to do with one hand, by the way. We got to see what this oil is. This is too much. I'm in suspense. I'm starved out. I want to have dinner, but I want to see what this oil looks like. I got to eat me something. I haven't had anything but my oatmeal breakfast with those eggs. I am starved. Oh, they are out and about today. Yeah, they're out of the cage today. They're doing some flights. What do you guys think? You having a good time today? Yeah, they are. They were singing around and flying. They freeze up. They're camera shy, these birds. They're camera shy. They were flapping around, doing some flights today. Hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan.